Welcome to the Dave's Had Enough Show, episode 32. We got some new guests, some old guests, some people are always on. How's it going, Vexium?
What's going on, people? It's me, Vexium, and I'm in the video with Dave. Don't do drugs, people. I'm going to talk about Grand Theft Auto, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, Christmas. Hope you guys had a good Christmas. Enjoy the show.
Alright, cool. Thanks, man. How's it going, J-God?
Yo, normally I come out with like a little punchline with a rhyme, but I'm gonna keep it simple. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a good holiday, and hope everybody was safe. That's all I got.
Alright. How's it going, Justin Wheeler?
What's up, man? I'm here to interject my opinion into this podcast, and I'm here to talk about the greatest system ever made, Sega.
Hey, Dreamcast, man.
How's it going? How's it going, One Stop for Gamers?
Y'all already know how I get down. I'm just here to make sure that I make these X-twats bleed all over the podcast. And I know my job is done. But all jokes aside, I hope y'all enjoy the podcast, man.
How's it going, Real Gamer 27? I'm glad you could join, man.
Oh man, same old man. Hope y'all had a great holidays and everything, and there's a lot to get into. If y'all been paying attention to what's been going on lately, it's a mess going on in this YouTube community with all this drama and shit. So, I just had to say my little piece, and thanks for inviting me, man.
Alright, anytime, buddy. And there's Levon. How's it going, Levon?
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello. Sorry.
Bang, bang.
Alright, what we're going to get into first is the whole PSN and Xbox Live down for Christmas. Oh, how's it going, Grapachi?
Hey, what's up, King?
How's it going, buddy? Right.
Oh, my bad. My mic was muted. What's up?
J-God, are you the one? Did I talk to you on PS4 before?
Yeah, it was like about a few nights ago or so.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure out who you were. I mean, I know you came in the podcast, but I know I talked to you on PS4, and I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I think you're playing The Last of Us or GTA, one or the other.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, pretty much we're just gonna talk about, like I said, PSN and the whole Xbox Live being down. What you thought, like it being down on Christmas holidays. And Sony and Microsoft knowing that this attack was going to happen, like, what's your thoughts, J-God?
Well, I mean, they kind of gave them a forewarning, but something like this you really can't, like, prevent from happening. Not really. I mean, you can prepare for the aftermath, but depending how devastating it is, just kind of got to deal with it. Overall, it sucks. I mean, for the people that got their consoles for the first time, and they couldn't play them and, download the updates of games and whatnot, but other than that, I mean, it just sucks overall. But there's other options out there, besides playing games on consoles.
We're all lonely individuals that like to sit here on Christmas and play video games. Like, I saw a news report that said that is one of the biggest gaming days of the year. It said PSN down, Xbox Live.
Yeah, but I mean, there's other things worse in the world than playing video games. I mean.
Well, I'm a social reject, and I like to play video games. So.
I like to. I'm a sports athlete, so I run around in the field and be a real man.
I mean, you gotta really think. What can you do on fucking Christmas, December? You can go out and play if you're a kid.
Yeah. Well, hold on one second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hold on.
You could.
All right. What do you think about this? One Stop for Gamers.
All right. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. I hear.
Okay, I'm having technical difficulties. I can't hear nobody.
Oh, you might have to drop back in and drop out. It happens sometimes. Does he can't hear me at all, probably, right? Oh, let me type in the message. We'll go to for right now. We'll go to.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Real Gamer 27. What do you think about this?
Oh man, it's fucked up, especially all those kids that basically got their their gifts and everything, and they want to pop in the Call of Duties and everything. Want to basically everybody when they play video games these days, they don't play the campaign mode. It's all about multiplayer, and for what Lizard Squad did, that was fucked up. And another thing, they warned us for weeks, and they still did it. And like I say, we pay all this goddamn money for PSNs and Xbox Live, and they still can't do jack shit about it. That's why I'm so pissed off about it. That's why I made a rant video about it.
Well,
I didn't get to see it yet. I got to check it out.
Well, a real gamer, but you do understand how the DDoS attack works, right?
No, not necessarily. No, if you do, explain it to me.
It's kind of like, in layman's terms, kind of like a hurricane. It's gonna touch down, even though we got further. It's gonna happen. I mean, like you can prepare for it, but you really can't like block it all the way. You can't. I mean, like as it is right now, in order to take care of it, it involves a ton of money to try to fix it quickly. But the attack is still going on. I mean, it sucks. We kind of just gotta go through it and roll with the punches. I'm gonna say.
I got you.
You know what my problem, Jay, got with this? We're paying for this service now. A service we never had to pay for. If it was down, it was fucking down. Who cares? Then we didn't pay for it. You're paying.
I understand that though, but if you read your terms and services agreement,
oh my god, terms and services agreement. How about I go down to Sony headquarters and shove my terms of service agreement down their fucking throat?
That's all. But hold on. Everybody's getting everybody's getting upset over something I haven't even said all the way yet. But like, if you read your terms and services, I'm pretty sure there's something in there that says there may be interruptions. So we agreed to it, not knowing it. I mean, it's just something we just gotta just deal with. I mean, it's unfortunate. Yeah, it's bad. There's games I want to play on my PS4, but I can't really do nothing about it. It's out of my hands. I can't fix it. I don't know if anybody here can fix it. But it's something we just got to just deal with. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm on vacation just like the rest of everybody else here. So, I mean, it just sucks overall. But life does go on.
Life does go on. That's right. I'm sorry for interrupting you, man. That's one thing I'll try to stop doing this podcast with, and it's everybody, not just me. I'm just saying. Usually, we have a lot of people always join this podcast. I'm trying to do my best to get everybody to speak. I interrupted you. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
All right. What do you now? One stuff for gamers. Your sound's good and everything.
Yeah. Y'all hear me?
What's your thoughts of this whole PSN Xbox Live being down for Christmas?
I think that is total horse shit. Y'all already know how I think. I speak my mind. And it was double fuckery for me because I couldn't get on either console. You know what I'm saying? So I was mad probably twice as everybody else. But I know that, but the thing that bothers me the most is, yes, PSN goes down and we starting to pay for, PlayStation Plus and all this shit. Starting this year, you know what I'm saying? It's been a year that we've been paying for, but a lot of people don't understand. As an Xbox owner, I've been paying for Xbox Live for a decade. Why the fuck is that going down after they done collected that kind of money? But nobody talks about that. They talking about a service that we just started paying for just a year, but they're not talking about some shit we've been paying for over 10 years and it's still going down. Now, if you do the math, which one would you really be more angry about? Something that you spent, $50 a year. I mean, $50 a year for, which we only spent $50. Let's just be real. We only spent $50 for those of us who got it for the year. We only came out of our pocket for $50. But those of us who've been with Xbox, you do the math for how much we done spent in the last decade, and the shit still went down.
$200?
You see what I'm saying? But overall, I just think it sucks that they both crashed like that, or should I say, got DDoS, damn near to death. But when you look at it from a money standpoint, I don't give a fuck, man. I done spent too much motherfucking money on Xbox Live for that shit to go down. Period. You know what I'm saying?
You could have bought 2 consoles with that money.
But you ain't gonna hear people talk about it because PSN is the devil. They're repairing. They're gonna fluctuate the internet with PSN this, PSN that. If you're gonna be realistic here, talk about both of them shits. Don't just talk about one of them.
Yeah, that's real. That's real right there, man.
All right. What about you, Grimpachi? What do you think about this whole thing? Did you get affected by it? Or whatever went on? What's your thoughts of this whole thing?
I think it's bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody else would probably think, I don't know anybody that's like, yay, I'm glad they got fucking hacked. I don't know anyone like that, but the like Jay Guy said, they can't really prepare for it, but I'm 100% like, we had a podcast about this the other day. They should give something away, both of them. And even though they say, you can't prepare for it, from what I'm to understand, the hackers' purpose of doing this is because it's simple for them to do it, and they want them to improve their service. So technically, if you think about it, if they would just improve their fucking service, maybe they'll stop, which would help out pretty much everybody in the first place because improving their online service will make it better for everybody. But the one thing that I think a lot of people are ignoring is like the features that I'm noticing when these motherfuckers don't have the internet are gone. Like, it's taking people forever to log into game. Like, you have to be signed in to certain PS4 games, which is strange, which doesn't make sense. And then if you don't, you can't load up your data. Same thing with Xbox One. A guy bought a game. He bought the Killer Instinct disc. He couldn't use all the content. He can only use fucking Jago. Like, that shit is retarded. Like, and the other thing is when your network's down, people were saying, well, buy physical games, then you don't have to worry about that. Well, if you bought a physical game and you didn't buy a PS4 or Xbox One bundle with digital games, guess what? If your game was fucking broken, you need that day one patch. You're shit out of luck anyway, because now you have a fucking broken game and you're stuck anyway. It's just bullshit. That's basically in a nutshell.
And that's what I want to add on that. Like, I know some people that watch videos to where, see, I don't have an Xbox One, so I don't know what these people went through on Christmas when they were trying to get these, like, day one patches and all that. Because I was watching a video from Level-Headed Gamer, and he was going on how it took forever for him to be able to play a game. And then I talked to Old Dirty, and his nephew got an Xbox One, and he was right on it. So, like, when I brought up that video, like, you can't really tell who's telling the truth or not, because I'm hearing two different stories about the same shit, and a different outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's mainly because sometimes somebody hates Microsoft. Like, we've all seen people buy a console just to bash it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's what I'm just trying. I'm not saying everybody does that, but when you watch certain videos and you hear somebody saying they're having a hard time, and then you hear another dude that's saying, oh, we got on it right away. I don't know what to think, but that does suck if you got an Xbox One and you load that game and you can't get that thing to go because you need a day one update and it's down for Christmas. I know PS4 shit don't go on.
Well, what I was hearing, which was kind of weird for me because everybody I knew was fucked, like, but certain people on PSN, they were like, that I was talking to today, they were like, well, I didn't experience, like, they experienced, like, issues, but for the most part, they could log in and do shit. Not play games, but they could log in, see a friend list, even do a party, which was strange because I'm like, I can't do none of that shit. And apparently some Xbox users were able to do certain things too. So I don't know if this attack necessarily affected every last single user, or maybe you're a lucky motherfucker and you got through. I don't know. But certain people were saying that they were fine. So.
Well, they said on the news that it was coming back up in certain areas. It's not fully back up, and it was certain areas. That's what they said on the news on CNN. So, but I just feel bad for the people that went out and got a console and you can't even play it at all because of some update that you can't get connected to Xbox Live to. That's fucked up. Like, okay, we don't have the online, but you can't even play your fucking console?
Yeah, I have a question for the Xbox owners, or I guess One Stop could answer this. So if I got an Xbox for Christmas, just theoretically speaking, would the console work out of the box, or do I still need that day one patch?
You still gonna need to update that Xbox.
So it's just a brick then, in other words.
Pretty much. But I want to reiterate on Level. I think I seen Levelhead his video too, and I want to just point this out because I think that he might have not know the whole truth about why his game took forever to download or whatever. That has nothing to do with the hack. That's just the way that fucking brick is made, man. When I had upgraded my Call of Duty Ghost, because I had it for the 360, and I think it was like $10 to upgrade it to the Xbox One. It was $9.99. I still remember this. I upgraded it, right? And I pretty much got I got like the fastest internet that you can get and where I live at. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's like 100 down and like 50 up, some shit like that. But anyway, it took 16 hours. 16 hours for Call of Duty Ghost to download on my motherfucking Xbox One. And what was sad about it was I had no games on the Xbox at the time. It was, like, matter of fact, it was the first game that I downloaded directly to the Xbox. So I had plenty of memory. Nothing. I don't understand. And every time I download a game, and I don't give a fuck who got a problem with what I'm saying, because this is 100% factual. I don't know why it takes so long to download a fucking game on the Xbox One. I don't know why. It's horrible, man. It's like torture. All my friends, they downloaded theirs like earlier that day, so most of them was halfway through, or some of them was already playing, and I'm sitting there like 10%, dude. I'm like, they like, damn, it ain't downloaded. I'm like, yeah, man. He say, man, I've been downloading this shit all day too. I'm like, that's just the way it is. So it ain't the hack that's causing that. Just prepare yourself for any game you're ready to download or install. Now, mind you, my friends was telling me certain tricks they did to make like when they buy a disc-based game, even the installation take fucking forever. When you buy a disc, when it's installing the game, it still takes forever to install it. I don't know. I thought Microsoft supposed to have the best of something, but it ain't there, man. When I download games like what game that is I downloaded? Diablo 3 on my PS4. I downloaded on Destiny. None of those games, 20 minutes tops, the longest to download. And we talking about 40 gigs or better, and that's it. Xbox One, you can have a game that's only 13 gigabytes, and you're gonna be sitting there looking at flies play with shit. Literally.
I'm in the same boat, man. I'm in the same boat. Like when I installed Destiny on my Xbox One, it was the same way, man. I waited for damn near an hour for that bad boy to fucking jump start, man. I was fucking pissed off. So I had to fucking play my Wii U for a while in order for my fucking Destiny, to fucking install, man. It was fucked up. It was bullshit. We paid $500. See, I bought it when it first launched. I paid $500 for that shit, and that will frustrated me. And I don't know how. I don't have a PS4 yet. I'm going to get one. But how does that work? Your PS4 owners, like whenever you first pop a game in, like how long does it take to install? Do y'all have to always install the games in order to play it?
Like a minute or two. That's it.
It depends. It all depends on your hard drive storage options.
Hard drive
No, my was that popping in within like less than a minute? I'm ready to play in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to remember, some people have hybrid drives, SSDs, fast drives.
Nah.
Out the box,
It takes about a minute.
Yeah, straight out the box, you good money, man. That's one thing I can say good about.
This was really weird, man. I got Shadow of Mordor Black Friday, and I played on RXL's SharePlay. So I don't know if maybe it downloaded the game when I was playing his SharePlay, but I popped in Shadow of Mordor and played it from the start. No update, no nothing.
Damn.
That's because you already got the update because you already played it on SharePlay.
Yeah, I think SharePlay updated.
He didn't like physically, digitally share with me. He just SharePlayed it like that feature. And it must download it for you. It must.
Yeah, it has to in order to even be able to play. You have to have the update to play.
Oh, okay. So, but I didn't. That's as quick as it was, and I never really had an issue. Now I'll say what does take a long time when I got Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, I download a lot of games digital. It took like 2 hours to download that, but that's probably because everybody was on the server trying to download it.
Remember, Advanced Warfare sold what 1.3 million in 24 hours. So
that was a digital game, not physical copy. My physical copies always played, but digital it will take long.
Yeah. Installing it, like I love the install time. It really goes fast, but for some odd reason, like I say, man, it's a pain in the ass. It's not like the world is gonna end, but I just wish that Microsoft, with all the money that they have, I think they could have created the best system known to man this generation with all the money they have. And I know there's a lot of people don't talk about that, and I think that is a flaw. When you got buckets of money, barrels of money like that, there's no possible way that there should be any competition whatsoever. There should not be any competition at all. And I know a lot of people with damage control, even what I'm saying, even though I'm telling the truth. Why in the world would I have this kind of money? And I remind you, I'm willing to lose money. So why not create a system that's worth what? Shit, fuck it. $700 and still sell it for $499.
Because that's what Sony did with the PS3.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is, I'm gonna lose money anyway. It doesn't matter. I can sell it for cheaper, but the parts and everything is gonna be top notch. If I'm losing money anyway, I'm gonna lose money on the best product on the market. Period. That's what I'm saying.
You know the software, how you can do all these multitask things. I was just watching Back to the Future 2, and I seen the guy just start talking to the TV, goes, blah, 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 and it pulls up all the different channels all at the exact same time in different windows on the screen. I'm like, man, they could take what they're doing to the next level with the software and just be even crazier with all the things it can do. They had potential with that.
Well, to answer a one stop, you know, especially with what's the guy's name? The UK guy, Dane. Yeah, my bad. What he was saying is that I mean, like they have a console that costs $700. It sounds like it'd be a beast, but it'll be like a Neo Geo again. A Neo Geo was very good, but didn't sell well because the price too high. I mean, the average person like spend $700 on a console. I mean, hell, most people didn't want to spend $600 on a PS3.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it would be $700, but I would sell it for $499. Now listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying that Microsoft dropped. You see how many they dropped the prices 3 times, right? So we know they're losing money. What I'm saying is, if they was gonna lose money anyway, you remember how Sony dropped the PS3 and it was like $600 some odd dollars, right?
So it was $599 when it came out.
$599, okay, with taxes of course. Okay, $599.
Yeah,
okay, what I'm saying is the normal price would it probably be in the markets would have been $700, but if I'm gonna lose money, I'm gonna sell that same product to the customers for only $499. But think about it. If I'm gonna lose money anyway, why not lose money with the best console in the market and just get rid of the competition? If you got all this money, because I'm just being honest, there is no excuse for you to have so much money and people keep saying that Sony is going bankrupt, but you getting your ass beat by a company that's going bankrupt. That shit is embarrassing. It is.
Well, okay, I understand what you're saying though, but. I think you gotta look at it as the brand or the branch, like the Xbox brand. Do they have a lot of money to spend? I mean, versus like PlayStation brand. Like granted, the corporation has the most money, like Microsoft, but the branch itself, Xbox, like, you know, how much money do they have? You know, like each corporation has like a limit of you know how much they can spend. Yeah, there you go. Like a budget, you know, they can use every year or for development. If they oversee that, you know, they got to take a hit somewhere else. So I mean, yeah, I understand completely what you're saying in a nutshell, but I don't think Microsoft is willing to take that chance though.
I don't think any of them are. I mean, if you look at the whole console market, it's nowhere near as, you know, big as it used to be, because consoles are going to fade away eventually. And I mean, I'm happy that the PS4 is the most powerful. I mean, it had to be because it's for the core gaming demographic. Microsoft tried to do an Apple and tried to make an all-in-one device, and no one gave a shit about the Kinect. Well, some did, and they dropped it. And now, like Dread said before, it's wanting to be a PS4 in the regards of the hardware, because it is very similar. Both have the same hard drive.
It's just a PS4 Junior with the Xbox One. I mean. The only reason I would get one just make my Wii U better. That's all.
What do you think about this? Wolflow, what did you think about PSN being down in Xbox Live?
Oh, yeah, that's kind of shitty, man. I mean, I don't think they should be a mandatory service to begin with. I think they should be optional. And if that was the case, then it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But since it is, yeah, I mean, I think they should. I mean, okay, sure they got hit, and anybody could get hit by that. But I think they need to do better in that department. At least don't charge us mandatory service. But what can we do about it, really?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it, but my problem is they're charging you for this service now. It's not protected. What if it was like you got fucking hacked? You'd be at the bank being, oh, you know what? I paid for this service, but it's okay. You took all my money. No, you'd be irate. I mean, come on. It'll be a different story when somebody has a PSN account or whatever that gets hacked and they lose their credit card information, if they have it on there. That'd be a different ballgame. Those people are probably fucking irate right now.
Well, that's when Visa and MasterCard step in and notice fraudulent actions and contact you. So,
yeah.
I mean, that again. I mean, like it sucks. I mean, but that's why those banks. That's their job is to monitor that. I mean, now you can buy stuff with PayPal on PlayStation. I think you do the same thing with Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah.
So that's one. I mean, there's a will, there's a way. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Now with this whole, explain this whole attack. You know more about it. Like I said in many of videos, I am not a tech guy. I've stated that many times. What is this? What they state the whole. Talk about the whole attack. You were going into it on a comment section of mine. Like, remember, Jay got.
Yeah.
Explain a little bit more for the people that don't understand what a DDoS attack is and all that. You know what it is, right?
Well, I mean, I know the gist of it. I don't know all the technicalities of it.
What it is, all it is they just send a bunch of packets. Like, say I'm trying to sign into Xbox right now, right? It's basically if they, from one server, had 10 bazillion bot names, all trying to sign in at once until it's so much shit, it crashes the server. Which proves that dedicated servers are a waste of our fucking money, and they need to stop charging us to play online until they can fix that.
The same scenario goes when you try to go to a website at the same time. Everybody's trying to go there too, and it times out. Exact same thing.
And with online games.
Yes, that's all it is. It's not like they're actually hacking anything. It's just a bunch of kids with the bots and servers signing in over and over until it crashes.
And sometimes, in rare situations, there's a weakness in the actual server itself because it got brought offline unexpectedly. That's how they managed to steal some of the information. But it's alright if I give you your opinion on it, Dave.
Yeah.
I think that they should refund everyone and give everyone like 30 days. Or I think the company should have used this to actually benefit themselves, you know, in terms of the sales. They should have said, "We're so sorry, PSN users. Here's like 100 days. We you know, love you, you know, using our service. There you go." And then Microsoft does nothing, and then everyone gravitates towards Sony, you know, or vice versa. But I do think people should have been warned and refunded, you know, their money and stuff.
Yeah, right. Because if you pay $50 a year and you don't get the whole entire year, they're gonna have to compensate you for how many days that motherfucker been down, because that's what you paid for. But
go ahead, man. Sorry. No, I was going to say, I wasn't mad about any of this, except for the simple fact that my son decided he wanted an Xbox One because I got a PS4, and you know, kids always want the opposite of everything. So he got an Xbox One. He couldn't log in for the first couple hours that he had to open it, and then finally let him log in. And you're right, the Xbox One is a brick without the update. That's all it is. However, I got Dragon Age for Christmas, and that game is a brick, even on the PlayStation 4, until you get that update. Now, since then, the network has worked its way, or whatever you want to call it, enough that it's somehow let me update it. I'm not really sure how, even though I'm not connected. Apparently, you still can connect enough to get updates for your games on the Sony server, even though it was down, just not to play it online. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was pretty pissed off about that. But I mean, I understand it. I mean, all it is it's just kids bored, too much time on their hand, first world problems. You know, the rest of the world's worried about getting blown up or what they're going to eat. We're all over here chilling, worried about, you know, oh shit, can I play online today? You know what I mean? I mean, if you put it like that, you can't really get mad. But then again, if you're paying for it, I'm just saying, stop making us pay for it, because there's no way you're ever going to keep people from knocking it offline. But you're not. There's no way. There's too many assholes.
You know, what would be a good option is if this happens again, which it might. If we don't have to connect to PSN or Xbox Live, you can just like, okay, if it's down, all right, you can still play your game on the developer servers. You know what I mean?
Like a PC.
Exactly. Just like, okay, we can't go there. Well, we'll just go over here now. You know what I mean?
But then that would like defeat the purpose of them selling you nothing for nothing.
It's true, but I mean, I think less people.
Because essentially all Xbox Live and PS Plus is a little bit different. They offer you quote unquote free games. But when it comes to Xbox Live, all they ever did was block you from doing shit. They're like a middleman. You know, PlayStation does that too, but at least with PlayStation, I guess you get free games. Well, now Microsoft gives you, I guess, free games too. So
shit though.
So hey, either way, but all they really do is just block you from doing something.
doing something that you already paid your fucking money for.
Well, yeah, you know, like if you play on PC or Nintendo, like they like all the like Xbox, PSN, they all connect to when you play Call of Duty, it connects to Activision. But what PSN and the other networks do, and Nintendo does it too, but they don't charge you. You have to go through them to get to the other, and it's stupid. But hey, you know.
Yeah.
That helps with hacking.
Did everybody get their piece on this, like, to talk about it? I just want to know. I think I got to everybody, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody got their turn to talk. But if you want to add anything on it, go ahead.
We need a Sega Dreamcast too. Okay.
Oh, that would.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm a huge Sega fan, man.
Eat that, bro. Come on, bro. I just on my mama. I just think that didn't even. Ew. Never mind.
Did you just see a nice sauce or something? Jesus.
How's it going, Levon?
Hey, man, how's that Wii U, bro?
Oh yeah, Goldflow, you got a Wii U for Christmas, man. I saw your video. Yeah, did you just put that on Google Hangouts or Google Plus? Was that the only?
Yeah, I just put it on. I don't usually do unboxing kind of stuff, so I just do gameplay on my channel. So I just put it on my Google Plus. But I love Mario, man. I'm hooked on that game, 3D Mario World.
All right, that's cool, man. Yeah, we'll have to play some Smash Brothers for sure.
Yeah, I played a little bit of that too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's flip the script on this. Say Nintendo was down on Christmas, their network, and PlayStation, Xbox Live was up. What do you think would that been like?
No one would care.
I think Dr. Trey would care.
Okay. I just wanted to get somebody's opinion on that.
Honestly, I don't think anyone would care because, I mean, no one would care.
I honestly think
cards.
there's gonna be a lot of trolling videos. I'll tell you that straight up. Anything negative, having to do with Nintendo, you better watch out for those trolling videos, especially Stone Fox Media. Oh my God, he hates Nintendo.
You mean Fox News Media? That's Fox.
Yeah.
Thumbnail Media.
We even play games, but you know what? I think that if Wii U would have went down, it might have would have made the news. It probably been something like Nintendo took a hit. Oh my God, did you see that last point shot by LeBron James? You're like, what the fuck? What just happened? What is he talking? Like they would not even care to talk about it that much. You know what I'm saying?
Oh really?
Well, this squad, the Lizard Squad, or whoever did this attack, they said that like pretty much Nintendo wasn't like they just didn't even care to attack them in a way. Wasn't on their list, But really, Nintendo gamers, they mostly play offline. But a lot of their games that are coming up, like the Devil's Third, I even heard Zelda's going to have online. A lot of certain games are going to have online, so that might, be a different story in the future.
I mean, pretty much all of Nintendo's, other than like a couple of ones here or there, like all the Wii U's online games in themselves are tedious to even get on. Well, it's not tedious to get online, but to do things that you would normally do on any other console nowadays is like annoying on the Wii U. So most people probably aren't even trying to get online. The only issue I guess would be is if you want to buy something off the store. I guess then you'll be complaining, but.
Hey, speaking of Devil's Third, man, I heard a lot of good things about it. I remember whenever it first was showcased at E3, and everybody was, basically getting on the graphics, talking about it looks like, 10-year graphics, whatever, and all that shit. And like months later, they basically said that basically the upgrade looks a lot better, and the multi-plat looks sick to me. If you're a big fan
a lot of people look at that, man. A lot of people are overlooking it. They don't really know what it is because it's probably on the Wii U and they're not paying attention. That game is such a detailed multiplayer. It's going to be insane. Like, you can build your own forts and shit. It's fucking crazy. And it's probably going to be one of the most bloodiest games on the Wii U or any console when it comes out. It has sex in it, everything. And
well, if Nintendo, if they basically fucking advertise their shit like they supposed to in the first place, then everybody in the world would know exactly what Devil's Third is. Everybody know what Call of Duty is. Everybody know what Destiny is. It's all about advertising, man. Advertise your shit.
Notice how they haven't been though.
That's one of their main problems is advertising.
Nintendo don't advertise hardly any damn thing. They ain't advertise Wonderful 101.
That was an underrated game. I really loved that game.
Yeah,
man.
that game was pretty. It was pretty challenging. It was a really good game. They don't advertise half their shit.
And Gunpachi, I'm admit, you were right on the Wonderful 101. They might have done an update. I had somebody check because they thought the same thing. I thought that you had to use the gamepad to look at that thing in the Wonderful 101. And he said he downloaded a demo, and they might, they could have been always like that, or they might have did an update. I remember I couldn't get it to do it.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a. Yeah, I probably should have said that. I don't know if that was an update or not. But yeah, you can just press a. I think it's like the minus or plus button, and it'll show that screen on your TV.
Mm-hmm. I remember it was Broken Games. I think he was complaining about that too, because he got the Wonderful 101, and he just wanted his Pro Controller. You were right, so I'm giving it to you.
It didn't help much. It didn't help much releasing the Wonderful 101 right next Grand Theft Auto 5. Remember when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out last year on the 360 and PS3, and Wonderful 1 came out just about the same time, so that did not help at all neither.
Oh, it was set up for failure.
Yeah, yes, basically.
Yeah, it was a good game, and it was just not marketed, and it was set up for failure where they released it. It was like 2 days ahead of Grand Theft Auto 5 they released it. Like, come on. What game's gonna stand up to that besides maybe Call of Duty or maybe a Mario game if for old Nintendo people or whatever, but really nothing's gonna stand up to it.
It's like releasing Watch Dogs for the Wii U a few days before they will release Smash Brothers. Come on, man. Come on.
It don't make sense, but it is what it is. But going a little bit more about the Devil's Third, the developer was talking about how this game has been in development for 6 years, and 4 of it, was just pretty much building the game and everything. It's been in the making, and Nintendo actually another one like Bayonetta where they picked up the funding, and it's going to be a really good game. It's a shame a lot of people don't really know about this game. Because they don't, it might be because if you don't follow Nintendo, but a lot of the Nintendo gamers know about this, but I don't hear a lot of talk about it, but it's about to come out soon. That's what the developer from Game Freak was talking about, so I just want to put that out there. What do you guys think about Grand Theft Auto and Heist finally coming out after all this time? What's it been, a year now?
Yeah, before we start that, can I just say this funny tweet from CEO Kaz Hirai himself? To celebrate 20 years of PlayStation, we have given PS4 users a nostalgic trip back to the days of PS1 for not having any online multiplayer. I found that funny, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, but the whole time, everybody here play Grand Theft Auto or
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto 5? Does everybody have that game, or what's your Gunpachi? What do you think about Heist finally coming out now?
I don't even care, man. I don't even care anymore. That's just what that is.
You gave up on it, right?
I mean, it wasn't as soon as GTA, I had GTA 5 when it first released. You know what I'm saying? When the online finally did come and it was just bad, I stopped caring after that. You know what I'm saying? I play it every now and again, but I don't care about that online.
I can respect that. What about you, Justin Wheeler?
I'm excited about it, but I'm not going to care if the online's not working on Sony. And I am sad that I'm going to miss it snowing in San Andreas because I didn't even get to see it because it got hacked.
I think they'll leave it there a little bit longer for the people that couldn't play. I think it'll.
I mean, it'll be cool. It'll add something to it if, like I said, if you can get your friends in a room and they all can stay together, it'll be fun. If not, then I'm done with the game. I mean, there's no point to keep it past that if you can't do anything. You know what I mean?
Well, see, I was watching something interesting on Machinima. They were talking about the whole thing to do with Grand Theft Auto Online, and they actually literally said this in the video. They go pretty much you expect it to not work or whatever, and they said that's how GTA Online is. Sometimes it don't work, and that you just got to accept that. It makes the game sometimes more fun, and they explained it if you're in a heist and your friend drops out because of the whole online game shitty, but that makes the heist more palatable or something like. And I'm like, what?
What?
And the reason behind this whole heist taking forever was pretty much they couldn't find they had to make it fun for everybody. In the heist in the game where you have the driver sitting in the car. Well, they don't just want the other players that are sitting in the car just to wait and do nothing. They tried to make a purpose for everybody on the heist. You're always doing something. So when you go back to play the heist again, you could do different parts of that heist and take different jobs, you know, do different jobs or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what they were. That was the biggest problem. They were having a problem making it fun for everybody that's involved in the heist. That was the biggest thing. Why it took so long.
I mean, stuff like that's good in theory, but when it comes down to it, you're going to get in there. Everybody's going to get disorganized. You're all either going to wind up dying or shooting the shit out of everything and barely making it out alive. I mean, it's not like Grand Theft Auto's like fucking Rainbow Six where you're calling shots with a sniper rifle at the building across the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it don't take that much thought. Honestly, I think a lot of what takes forever on these games is because the developer puts out a half-ass game and we buy it, and that's why they keep doing it. And the fact that the systems all went down and a lot of the games you can't play or they're broken and all that just proves how much they're fucking us. I mean, that's honestly what I feel.
Dave, didn't you say when you were playing GTA 5 and then PSN came back in and it like reset you?
Exactly.
This was really weird. I was talking to, I think it was Old Dirty on the phone, and he was telling me something, and I was playing GTA 5 while I was talking to him. So I'm playing the story player, let me say that. And I'm on the mission to where he's taking the guy's deck down, like he's ripping it down. It took me out of that mission and then popped me back into the beginning of the game, and then I'm like, why did it do that? And I look at PSN, and PSN's back up. So PSN came back up, but it took me out of my mission and started me at the beginning of the game. Now, I could go back into the game and be back where I was at that mission. You know, I have to do it all over again, but why would it do that?
It does. It does that. If you get signed on the line in the middle of any mission. Now, if you're just playing, it won't. But if you're in the middle of a mission, then it will kick you out of that mission and make you start it over or send you back to the beginning of it.
Yeah, that's weird. Why would anybody know why you do that?
Like, for...
Maybe an anti-cheating thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure about that.
Like Xbox, I know, especially like on PC, if you have games to Windows Live, when I play GTA 4 on that, I can't use any of my save data unless I log in, which is
that's what I'm saying.
It's kind of weird too, because if I'm, like you said, if I'm offline, it just load in my save data, but I have to be logged in anyway. Like it has to allow me to log in. So if, like, let's say I didn't have my password typed in, I got to be connected to the internet to log in. So if I don't do that, I just can't use my own shit, which is stupid.
Yeah, I didn't know why I did that. That just didn't. It was crazy that night. But I mean, it is what it is. That's this generation with games, like the shit that goes on. What do you think about Real Gamer 27? Are you excited for Heist finally to come out, or do you care about GTA 5? Or
with GTA 5, I hadn't played it yet. But of course, it came out last year, and if I wanted to, I could probably get a PS3 for cheap and just get the last gen version. But I got a question, like, why the hell would they want to fucking slap a $60 price tag on a remastered game? Like, they have like what's that game? The Last of Us. When they came out with the remastered version, they sold it for $50 instead of $60, which was not a bad deal. But since Grand Theft Auto 5 came out last year, why the fuck did they slap a $60 price tag on it? Only thing they did differently was, basically, resolution was a little better and the first-person mode. So why the fuck spending $60 on a game that came out last year, even though I hadn't played it yet?
well, now that you bring up that whole first-person view thing, it pretty much that me and One Stop for Gamers and Bexian were talking about this before the podcast. The first-person view to me was a tacked-on piece of shit. I'm just being honest. The game is good.
Damn.
I'm not saying GTA 5 on. The whole new remastered version is good. But to me, that they did that very poorly. When I'm walking with my character, I can't even see his hands. And when you go to attack somebody, it looks generic. It looks like shit. And I'm like, and it's so hard to play like that. I tried a mission like that, the one where he smokes the weed and he sees all the aliens. It's a side mission. I did horrible with that. The minute I put it in third-person view, I completed it like nothing. The game is not built for first-person view.
No, it's not.
A poor job at that doing it. You don't even see the guy's hands. At least in Call of Duty, any first-person game, you see the dude's hands.
Can you see his feet? Can you see his feet?
Not that I noticed. I didn't look at it. It's just awful. It's awful. Like, you don't know. It's just bad.
It was a gimmick, man. That was a pure fucking gimmick. That shit is garbage. That shit should have never...
So is the game worth $60? So is it worth
Yeah.
$50?
Because you never played it, yes.
Yeah, if you never played the game, I don't see nothing wrong with it. But I mean, I just want to reiterate on The Last of Us. You got to also remember not only that it was $50. If you had the old version, last gen version of the game, you only paid $25 for the remastered of Last of Us. So,
But ain't they releasing The Last of Us another edition for the PS3 sometime next year? Because I heard about it.
They're making a Game of the Year edition for the PS3.
So that's basically 3 Last of Us in a 2-year gap. Like, come on, man.
yeah, that's ridiculous. If they doing something like that, that's fucking stupid.
And they're probably gonna have a Game of the Year definitive edition.
Hey, that's horrible, man.
It's funny, but it's true though. It's true.
Yeah, but you know what's bad? What's bad about this is how many of us in here bought GTA 5 and The Last of Us Remastered. So why are we getting that?
Not me.
I never played. I never played it.
You know what?
I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I always say I'm not going to buy these games, but I buy them.
I'll tell you why they did it.
I didn't buy that shit. Like for me to buy stuff like that, it has to be more than visuals. It has to be like some I'm gonna buy, the DMC remake, but I'm not paying no more than $20 for that shit. That's it.
That's exactly why they held off on the heist. That's exactly why they added this first person, because they're justifying $60.
Well, one thing you got
the heist supposed to have been in when the
original game.
Yeah, the original game. So basically, we already paid for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We already paid for Heist. We just ain't get it. And it took them a year to actually drop it. And it's almost like they plan this shit out. Like, oh well, the next generation games, consoles are coming out. Fuck it, let's just hold back on Heist and we'll give them a reason to rebuy this motherfucker. And that's
I guarantee you, they planned the whole thing.
Yeah, they planned this shit, man.
They definitely play. Like they came out and said that they've been working on the PC and next gen version this whole time alongside with the last gen copy. And if you look at the original trailers, like there were times where the game goes in first person driving and first person shooting. It was quick, and most people probably thought, like I thought, it was a cutscene or some shit. But it probably was fucking gameplay.
PC gameplay.
Yep.
Yeah, well, if you look at the original trailer,
that looked way better than anything.
Yeah, have you noticed that the this gen game looks a lot closer to the original trailers than what we got? Because like when I got the game, because I had got it for the 360. When I had got it for the 360, that's the first thing I noticed. I was like, damn, this game is nothing like what the fuck they was advertising.
But the crazy thing is, when they first showed the shit, they were saying this is 360 PS3 footage. Like, no, that shit is like the PC probably gonna look like that, and it may not even look like that. Let's just be honest. Who fucking knows? That shit may not even look like that at all.
Honestly, guys, man, I just believe this whole entire generation. It's a disappointment to me, man. It was just all hype for nothing, man. You know, honestly, I am a Nintendo fan. I'm a Nintendo fan at heart. That's my first console and everything. Then I'm an Xbox fan next. Honestly, I think Nintendo gives out more quality games. Without the whole entire first day DLC, first day patches. But with Ubisoft and Activision, EA, and all those motherfuckers, they can't even give us completed games on day one. It's always fucking day one patches. It's bullshit, man. Just like Assassin's Creed, Unity, like that fucking dog shit.
Yep, exactly.
Like Ubisoft, how the fuck are they in the running for Game of the Year developer? What the fuck, dude?
How they get that award? How they get in there anyway? I'm wondering.
I don't know, man.
I guess because of that hot cheat presenter that they had on E3.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, this has to be the best, and it's not really an Ubisoft game, but this has to be the best game by Ubisoft this year, and that's that South Park Stick of Truth. When I say, look, if you're a South Park fan, as soon as you pop the motherfucker in, you're gonna smile. Like, I'm telling you, that shit is hot. Like, that game is nice.
See, a lot of people seem to forget Ubisoft did make a lot of mistakes and fuck-ups and look really bad this year, but at the same time, they made a game like South Park Stick of Truth Far Cry 4. They did do something good,
I probably wouldn't.
Child of Light, Child of Light, y'all. Child of Light.
Far Cry 4 is Far Cry 3.
What about Tetris? What about Tetris, though?
Like,
How do you screw up Tetris?
I don't want to switch up the topic, but I don't get it. Like, 'cause, all right, I did play it on PC, but why didn't no one like Watch Dogs?
Ugh.
I enjoyed it.
I liked it. Oh.
So,
Yeah.
it was too much hype, but it was fine.
I heard it was mediocre.
Because GTA was better.
I think, Grimpachi, the answer to that, they hype. It's like what they're doing with a lot of these games. They're hyping them up to be more than what they are. It's not Watch Dogs was a bad game. There's things that irritated me about that game, like I can't ride around a car and shoot at people, but other people can shoot at me when driving.
Yeah, I noticed that. You can't do drive-bys. It was kind of weird.
That was weird. They said, and their answer for that was because he was a vigilante, and vigilantes don't do that. That was weird. You know,
Vigilantes get caught by the police real quick, but
Yeah.
that ain't happened to him either.
But I think your answer to Watch Dogs, why a lot of people didn't like it, it was overhyped. It was more than what it was out to be. But it wasn't. I'm with you. It wasn't a terrible game, but it just wasn't. It wasn't what it was made out to be. People thought it was going to be a lot more. I think this hype with Destiny and all these games, when they build these games up so big, people are expecting like big expectations for them, and when they get what they get, they're not happy, and that's what ruins the game.
Oh, okay.
Well, people have to be more careful
About the graphics.
the hype.
Yeah, they gotta stop hyping these games up, and they're doing it for sales. I understand that. Look, if they did achieve that, they hyped Destiny up and Watch Dogs up to where they sold a shit ton of these games. But now look at the outcome. Like, is people gonna go rush out and buy Watch Dogs 2? Most likely, but I wouldn't say as many as bought Watch Dogs 1. You know.
Wasn't Destiny originally supposed to be a 10-year project, and all of a sudden they had all these fuck-ups, and everybody started complaining and shit about it, and all of a sudden they said they got another Destiny in development. Like what the fuck is that about? Is it a 10-year project or is it a 2-year project? Like, I don't get it.
Destiny actually, it works. Like, the game's not broken on a technical standpoint. Now, for the 10-year cycle, I think they meant like a franchise, you know, like, yeah, there's going to be a 2, a 3, maybe even a 4 or something. Who knows, you know, but yeah, I don't think they're going to keep throwing expansions on the same one. You know, that can work maybe like an MMO like Warcraft, but I don't think it can work like for this game. I mean, you're going to need a new installment, you know. That's what I think is going to happen.
Even Angry Joe, he didn't even know. He was saying in his review, he's like, this is supposed to be a 10-year game, or he didn't even know. He was just saying what the rumor was. Nobody knew, and then all of a sudden they came out and said it's a 10-year franchise, which means we're going to get more Destiny. It's going to be like Halo, you know. But yeah, they built that game up way too much. I agree with Jay Gott. It wasn't a broken game. It just wasn't what a lot of people thought it was going to have this amazing story, and it didn't happen. You know, you just got a RPG mixed with a lot of other game types, and you know, and it was a different than what a lot of people thought, but it was not a broken game.
You gotta be careful when you're listening to Star.
I think Destiny fundamentally is broken, but not like you can't log in or nothing like that.
Basically,
I got bored with Destiny real fast. I got bored just like with Titanfall. It was good and fun at first, but you know, like an hour or two into the game, I got bored and I just popped it out my system. I said, "Fuck it!" I traded it in and I got something else for it. I traded it for Sunset Overdrive. If you know, play Sunset Overdrive, play it. It's a badass game, man. Play it.
Okay.
That's another overhyped game was Titanfall.
All right.
Yeah, I play Sunset. I am not gonna go there, but Titanfall, I agree with him. Titanfall is exactly like Destiny. Both of those games, after an hour or so, it almost like I wanted to choke some goddamn body because I done spent $60 on these games and they overhyped it. But what I want to add is, I think that's what happened to Microsoft Xbox One as the console. I know a lot of people might be like, where you going at with this? But just hear me out. I think that the Xbox One was overhyped. I know the PlayStation was overhyped too. But when you look at the two consoles, the difference is Sony promised one major thing, and that was a lot of games, right? Okay, that's easy. When you look at it, that's easy to do. Just make games. Even if it's indie, whatever, they make games for it. They promise games, so you do that. But when you look at the Xbox One, when I say it was overhyped, they said they was gonna take over your fucking living room. It was an all-in-one this, all-in-one that. When you get it, your expectations is different from the fans that know that they just want a console that's just for gaming. So when you get that Xbox One, they done told you it's gonna take over your damn living room and all that. People got disappointed when that shit ain't fulfilled that, you know, that so-called fantasy. And I think that's what kind of hurt Microsoft just a little bit. I don't think it did. It ain't hurt them that much, but I think it hurted them a little bit because trust me, the Xbox One do not take over your damn living room at all.
Yeah, no, because basically every time I try to say Xbox on, it don't do shit. I gotta fucking yell at the goddamn thing. And if I pause my game, I go to the dining room to eat my dinner, and my we all eating dinner together as a family, and my kids they get all loud and everything, and all of a sudden my game is unpaused. Like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, man. I can like picture you yelling from the living room over the dining room, like Xbox on. I don't know.
This is off topic, but real gamer. I just want to say what you said earlier. Nintendo has been doing day one DLC recently with Golf and Hyrule Warrior.
He said patches. Man.
Yeah, that's all I know
DLC.
about Hyrule Warriors with the day one patch or something like that. But like with other games, I really don't know. Like basically Bayonetta 2, I didn't hear anything about day one patches. And with Smash Bros, like basically most Nintendo published related games, there are no day one actually there is no day one DLCs. And basically with the day one patch, only thing I know about is Hyrule.
There is day one DLC in Mario Golf and Hyrule Warriors.
You're calling a patch.
But what he's saying is like, okay, for every 1 or 2 games that may have the stuff, like the majority don't. That's what he's saying. He's not saying none of them do. He's just saying the majority don't.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. That's basically what I'm saying. Like majority of Nintendo published related games don't have day one patches. Some of a couple of them got day one DLC, and their DLC's dirt cheap. Like for instance, if you never played Pikmin 3 before, I really, a lot of people say it's a little kiddie game, but it's a strategy game that makes you think and everything. And after my wife finished completing the game, she bought the downloadable content for it, and it was dirt cheap, about $12 a piece. And she's been playing the DLC version for over like 5-6 months. I'm just, I'm just saying, Nintendo DLC is worth the money more than paying like $10 for a costume on fucking Call of Duty or something like that. It's bullshit, man. That's why I see a lot of rent videos about day one DLCs that cost fucking $20-$30.
What some people forget that Nintendo has that quality stamp on their games, and those games don't have patches at all day one. I mean, Nintendo's quality control is pretty up there for a standard, which the entire industry needs to start to recognize. I mean, if Ubisoft had the same qualifications for quality control as Nintendo, Assassin's Creed Unity would never hit the shelves. I mean, this is called what it is. I mean, but there's one thing I can say about Nintendo that Nintendo has kept from day one. Their games work right out of the box. You don't need to worry about a patch. The game's going to work.
Let me just say one thing about DLC. We have to appreciate the fact that in most of our games, we don't need the DLC. We don't have to buy that DLC. People buy it anyways, but we don't have to.
Yeah, but
I don't think I've ever played. Yeah, you're right. I don't think I've ever played a game where I had to buy DLC.
A game like Destiny, I heard that new expansion, if you don't have it, it's pretty much pointless to play Destiny.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's where it's bad, man.
Exactly.
Because what they did was they took those things where like out of nowhere an event would just happen.
Mm-hmm.
That was there in the vanilla game. From what I'm understanding, if you don't have the DLC now, you just don't get those. So they took something away from you that you had until you buy this shit.
Well, what happened is actually more screwed up. For those that actually play Destiny, those areas of the map where you couldn't go into, the mobs were like crazy high. Well, with the DLC, well, now you can enter those areas. So it's the same map, but it's just another door you can go through. So it's that stuff was already there on the disc. It was just locked behind a paywall, I guess you can say, so you couldn't access it. A buddy of mine I work with plays that game heavily, so he was telling me the details and such like that, and I was like, nah, the DLC's not worth buying because I still don't understand the story to begin with.
If you're an Xbox owner, I heard that you don't even get half the shit, so you just
it's bullshit. It's bullshit that you got to go through all this bullshit, man. You pay $60 for a game. It's supposed to be completed, man. So basically, you know, they telling me that we basically got to spend over $100 just to get the whole the full completed game.
Yep.
That's what's mind-boggling here. That pisses me off, and that's why I rant all the time on my channel. You know, it's fucking bullshit, dude.
Hey, you're nowadays, like when you buy Call of Duty, if you're really invested in Call of Duty, to get you the full game, the full online experience, you spent about $120 on that game. You know?
God damn.
I just want to say, any company that does day one DLC, that whatever DLC it was, it should have been in the game to begin with.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, if they're making a quick experience and adding on, like say right now, say The Last of Us had got a new DLC story, that would be cool. That's a new add-on DLC. That's worth it to me. You know, that would be cool, but not something that I don't get this DLC where like Battlefield, they released the game and then they already got maps for DLC. That's bullshit. That's straight up fucking bullshit.
And the thing is,
back right when the fucking game comes out. So obviously you took some maps out of the game, probably the best ones, and made it into DLC for day one. That's bullshit.
Well, the thing that makes it worse is that these maps are already made like way before the game even came out. It's just like, I guess the way I see it is my opinion, but maybe this is how they do it. It's kind of like an artist, like a musical artist, I guess, like a hip hop artist. They have tracks beyond tracks in the studio that they just don't release. These developers have maps beyond maps that they don't release them until a later date. And then you know, these maps you be playing, they could be 3-4 years old. You know what I mean? And they just found the game to suit it finally, and they go ahead and release it. The maps to me should be free. There's no reason why I gotta pay. I mean, I don't buy them, but there's no reason why they should have it behind a paywall in order to pay these extra maps. I mean, it's
all about the money, man. It's all about the money.
It is, and like what I tell. Well, to me, it seemed like the internet made gaming better and worse at the same time. It made it better because we could play together. You know, and, you know, you get new friends from different states, areas, country, whatever. But at the same time, it made it worse because now they're finding ways to nickel and dime everybody.
Yeah, just like when Battlefield 4 came out, was it last year? That it had fucking it was glitchy as hell. Day one DLC, you know, everybody had problems. You know, on top of problems the whole entire game. But they still releasing DLC, and they still didn't fix the damn problems with the game. You know, what it began with. So that what fucking pissed me off about buying Battlefield 4, and you know I played it. You know I bought it. You know on a bargain. I paid like about $20 whenever you know it was out for like 6 months because I wanted to pay full price for a half completed game, and plus want to give me day one DLC, but no day one patch. That was fucked up.
Yeah. Now let me add something on Battlefield. I've been meaning to make a video about. Battlefield, since it came out, a lot of people had a broken Battlefield. Now, I bought it a couple months after it came out. The only thing I experienced with Battlefield is my sound would cut off when I'm playing with, like, multiplayer. Like, I'd shoot the gun and I get no sound. And hold on one second, because this computer's about to shut down. Damn it. Oh,
the game works better now, a year and a few months later.
That's another game where, like, after they fixed that shit, I was like, oh, I don't care anymore.
Exactly. I stopped playing that game, shit, like, maybe January or something like that. I stopped playing. I just couldn't take it anymore. All the rubber banding and, like, just the hit detection was off. I was like, fuck it, man. Bad Company 2 was the best one made, you know, going forward at least from that game.
Yeah, sorry about it. My power was going to shut off on the computer. But with Battlefield, the sound cut off on my guns, and the multiplayer. I had a few issues like that. The main issue that a lot of people experienced, that I experienced, was you would play the single-player campaign, and then you jump into the multiplayer, and your single-player erases. Did anybody else experience that?
I experienced, like, you know how certain guns and weapons you unlock in single-player?
Mm-hmm.
Or multiplayer, those, like, I still think don't unlock at all. Still, for me, they don't give
but
it.
When you played the single player, if you did, I don't know if some people don't play single players, those type of games no more. Did you save your single player and then go to multiplayer and come back and it was erased?
I never had it erased, nah.
No, okay. If you look
it happened to me. It happened to me.
Yeah, you look on YouTube, type that in, you'll see a million people talking about it. That issue is still taking place to this day. And the reason I found out is because I wanted to finish the campaign. I have it on another profile of my PlayStation. I have another account for PlayStation Plus that I made a while back. just for Battlefield, just to play it. Like, just to play it so it don't erase when I get on the multiplayer. And I was like, fuck it, I want it on this account so I get the gun at the end, like the P90 or whatever I was trying to get. They unlocked, I think you had a choice of 2 guns I heard. I never got to the ending. And I tried it on my main account, and then I went back to it and erased. And I watch all these people making these videos. Well, use a flash drive and save it to this, or back out this way. Why do you have to still always do that now with it? Shouldn't it be fixed by now? Like, that should be fixed. Like, something like that. That's a serious issue, in my opinion.
These companies should never release a broken game. It should be finished.
Speaking of first-person shooting games, like basically, I feel that the most underrated first-person shooter this year was Wolfenstein: New World Order.
Yes,
I think that game was badass. I don't think Titanfall got nothing on it, or Destiny got nothing on it. If you play Wolfenstein, it's a badass game.
Well, you know what I think a lot of people are upset with Wolfenstein about is that it didn't have a multiplayer, and that game's known for its multiplayer. Like, a lot of people like multiplayer. But I think it's an excellent game. I have it. It's awesome.
Well, I have a question. Can we really blame these developers for releasing broken games all the way? Because they got to turn in the game to Microsoft and Sony before they get an approval to release.
It's usually the higher-ups.
Really? I mean, you blame the consumer. I mean, you're buying them.
It's the consumer's fault for buying it. It's the consumer's fault.
That's it. At the end of the day,
but it's the people that are higher up.
If people stop buying them,
the developers,
it wouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, like maybe I worded it wrong though. But again, like the game has to go to these companies to get an approval because they check for bugs as well. And you mean to tell me they couldn't see some of these bugs, like the one in Assassin's Creed? They couldn't see that.
But see, they don't. That's what I'm saying. Like they don't particularly care. Like the people who care should be in what we hear because people complain about is the consumer. So at the end of the day, as long as you guys keep supporting the shit, like it's not gonna go away. Like they're gonna.
I don't support that shit at all. I ain't bought no DLC yet this gen.
They're gonna keep doing
That's the problem. You see so many people on YouTube complaining about things, but they're still buying them. They're not speaking money.
How many years? Like ever since like Modern Warfare 2, I've been hearing the same old shit. I'm sorry. Fuck Call of Duty. I'm not buying this shit anymore. Buy this shit every year. Like
I just want to say it's also the people that are in charge of these companies that are rushing these developers that put the game out faster.
Well, they got deadlines to meet, just like anything.
See, what I'm saying is, go ahead, David.
No, it's just like a job. You gotta, if you're working on a job and you got a contract with somebody, you gotta get out of that job at that amount of time. You're building a fucking Walmart or something, and then Walmart wants that building done at this time because when they want to open. It's the same thing with a video game. Microsoft wants this game for their console, and they got a deadline. They all got deadlines, but I agree at the same time. See, one thing people gotta understand: we're all on YouTube talking about games all the time. We know about all the latest news. Take the dude that don't really follow YouTube or any gaming media and just goes to the store and buys a game and gets it home and it's fucking busted. There's a lot of people like that, you know, but like you said, Grimpachi, you got to stop buying them. Maybe that guy will learn not to buy from Ubisoft no more, you know?
And to explain why I put like all blame on the consumers, like what he's saying is true. Yeah, they have deadlines and stuff, but like there are developers that are passionate about what they do, and you got to remember there's a lot of people because the gaming industry is booming. There are people who are going to school learning to do this stuff, and they have no passion to do it. It's a job, so they don't give a fuck. They just get that check and go home. They don't really care that the game is broken. But what ends up happening is the people above them that made the game or whoever or funded the game, once they realize, hey, no one's buying it, then they're gonna quickly be like, well, how can we make people buy it? You don't make broken shit anymore. Okay, maybe they'll buy it. They'll start to change their ways, you know. But we got to start doing something first. Like I try not to buy anything broken. You know.
I just really don't support some of the developers, and and maybe to me this is why indie games or indie developers kind of set a new standard, because people can say what they want about indies. Some indie games or they're not good or whatever. That's all opinionated though, but at least their games work though. You know what I mean? I haven't experienced. I'm pretty sure there are some out there, but I haven't experienced any game or that's broken to an extent to where it's game breaking. You know, I really can't get past the stage. So I mean, like some people might not like indie games, which is fine, but they work though. And to me, those are the people that are passionate about the craft. I mean, and like King was saying, these people, some of these devs now is just a job, man. There's their clicking the check, do what they gotta do, and they're out. I mean, that's what it's turning into. The passion may not be there anymore.
Yeah, I think
you guys think too, with now compared to the old days, we didn't have this shit where we had a system hooked up to the internet where they could just throw out a patch. So they got that too in their power. They're like, well, we could just patch that shit. We'll give them a half-made game and just patch it. It's an easy patch. You know, that's what they're thinking in their head. We can fix it along the way. And back in the day in Super Nintendo and all that, they had to make those games fucking perfect. Like, there was no way out of that. Like, they released a broken game, the bitch was fucking broken. There was no fixing it with no patches, no nothing. And that's why we have this shit. They got the power to send a patch and fix it. And they're just thinking, oh, deadline meet. Well, we got to meet this deadline. We'll fix it along the way. You know, whatever. We'll send some patches out. But to go back to that, I wanted to touch on this. The quality of Nintendo's seal. Something one of you guys mentioned that. They throw that shit on games like Splinter Cell Blacklist. Like, I seen it on that fucking game, and that game was fucking busted. So their Nintendo quality of seal isn't all cracked up to what it used to be. I've seen it on third-party games that were broken, and they were proving that seal meant something back in the day.
That quality of the seal shit is just like, it's like a marketing tool. That's all it is. It doesn't mean anything, because I'm pretty sure the quality of seal was on fucking Superman 64. We all know.
Well, no, Nintendo, they've stated this many a times, that you could even Wikipedia it or whatever. It did mean something of quality, and now it's like thrown on every one of their games. And I'm not saying like Smash Brothers or anything were broken, but there's been third-party games that have just been busted on that console, and that seal was sitting there right on the back of it.
Yeah, you have a point there, though, but you're not going to find as many broken Nintendo games versus everybody else.
But that's the point that I'm trying to make. They're throwing that seal on everything. It don't matter. Like, that just means that don't mean for what it used to mean, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, could you imagine a half-ass Mario Brothers? Like
I played one.
No, I'm talking about that's not completed. A not completed Mario Brothers.
Oh, I was talking about the game just sucked.
Yeah. Can you imagine you pop in and you beat the first boss and you be like, what the fuck? I gotta buy some DLC to get the Bowser? What the fuck is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Man, people, them soccer moms will be at Nintendo headquarters about to burn that motherfucker down because all them kids is unhappy with that shit, man.
Run their Pokemon cards.
Yeah, no, it's interesting about this whole thing. And what's funny is the most broken game I've heard this year, and a lot of people don't mention because it's on a Wii U, is Sonic Boom.
Oh, God.
Sonic Boom was the broken. I watched the reviews on that. It's terrible. They said it's horrible. Like, it's so broken. And you know, that's on a Wii U only. You know?
Hey, King, I'll shoot you a link to a video somebody made with Sonic Boom. It has some holes in the game. You could beat the game with Knuckles by jumping the entire time, I think. The game's broken.
Like, not only Sonic, but there's a lot of games that get a lot of praise that like have glitches and bugs. Like, you can easily go on YouTube and find and look at it, but no one's talking about, like, apparently Dragon Age, like the map won't load and dialogue won't continue, so you can't complete a quest. Your game save frequently is getting deleted on an RPG that big. The game saves get deleted. Oh,
no, wasn't Skyrim was a broken mess too, and they praised that game, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I remember people complaining about that. At least people were saying, "Hey, this shit is broken." But Dragon Age, I don't really hear.
Yeah, but you got to understand with Skyrim, that's one of those games that's so humongous, it might as well be technically considered a PC game. And anytime they put that much in a game, something's going to be fucked up. It's not the game that huge is never going to be perfect. The problem I have is when they make a generic, basic ass shooter like Destiny, and then take all the DLC out. To me, that's the same as the game being fucking broke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they take everything out of the game that was supposed to be in there day one, and then try to resell it to me twice, you already broke the fucking game. You can just keep it.
Now, the thing with Grand Theft, what happened, Wolflow? You say what you're saying?
That might have something to do with Activision as well. Just saying.
Oh, I'm sure it did. I'm 100% sure it did. Those guys are greedy-ass bastards, without a doubt.
Now, the thing with Grand Theft Auto Online, that being broken, wasn't that like one of the first games that actually ever did that on a console, to where you could actually buy fucking apartments and do all this type of shit? Like, it was like a different type of multiplayer. I could see that maybe having problems, you know, but I never played Red Dead Redemption, so I heard that was similar to multiplayer, or was it, or no?
It was pretty much just as big.
Okay. To me, for Grand Theft Auto Online, that was something new that I've never seen on console. I'm sure PC had something like that a long time ago. But I mean, maybe that's why that was all fucking busted. But I don't agree with people losing their characters and all that. But maybe that had issues to how big it was and everything.
I think GTA 5's Online wasn't ready, and you know they were smart. Like a lot of people like to ignore it. I honestly believe Rockstar said, you know what, let's not release the the online. So when the reviews come out, we can't get penalized for that. Like people won't try to tie that into the score. Like.
And don't be naive to think that game companies don't do that shit on purpose. That's all I'm saying, because they sure as shit do. Just like they embargo games that they know are going to be garbage or broke, and then tell them that they can't do a review until 24 hours after the game's already been launched.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
League of Winning, a real gamer got cut out, and I'm not like trying to be a dick or anything. Can you back out and let him in, because he was in here first, and it wouldn't be right. But he's asking if he can come back in. He got lost.
I can back out.
What's that?
Real Gamer 27 had an issue with he logged out or something. He was in the. I'm just trying to be fair. He was in here. I don't want to, I'll hit you up on Skype or whatever afterwards. But is that okay?
Yeah, that's cool. No problem. I'll leave.
I'm trying to be a dick or anything, but he was in here, and
Yeah, no problem. All right.
Make sure he gets the, say. Yeah, it happened last time like that. But yeah, pretty much. What was the last thing? I just want to ask everybody. This last thing I want to pretty much talk about. What is your game of the year? Like Rimpachi.
My game of the year?
Yeah.
Shit. Does it have? Well, okay. Because I play on PC. Certain games came out on PC this year, but came out already.
What's the one that stood out the most that you just really loved? You played more than any of them, and you really enjoyed?
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I hear
you. Y'all, man.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm on my phone now, on my computer.
Go ahead, King.
I was saying Dead Rising 3.
Okay, cool.
I already knew once I was like, hell no.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
I'm gonna tell you this though. Like the PC version is,
Oh, you talking about the PC? Oh,
okay. Yeah. I was playing on PC.
All right. Get a pass.
No, I heard good things about that. That's a game I'm looking forward to playing. I think it looks cool. Good game.
It's not a bad game. When I first got the game, I just had so many issues with it. It kind of turned me off. It was a 13 gigabyte update, and it did absolutely nothing but eat up my hard drive. That kind of pissed me off. I mean, I'm not saying Dead Rising 3 is a bad game. Now, I haven't played it on the PC. I know a lot of people said it was better on the PC, and I think I might just rebuy it when I get my gaming rig or whatever. I'm gonna just play it on that. But on consoles, oh shit, no. It was just the frame rate was horrible.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't too well on the Xbox One. I mean, I want to try it anyways. I always liked the Dead Rising series, and I think they went a little bit more with this series. Like, the other one, it seems different from the other ones, how you can build vehicles and stuff, and it just seemed cool to me. One stop, what's your game of the year that you think that you like the most out of anything you played this year?
Oh, man. There's actually two games. I would say The Last of Us, because I haven't played it last gen, and that was the best game, one of the best games. But I would say, fucking Shadow Mordor.
Alright, I could expect that.
That's the shit.
No Halo Master Chief Collection?
Oh shit.
No Sunset Overdrive?
Halo 2. Nah, man. Shadow Mordor. Hell.
Alright, I could expect that.
Come on, man. Did you play that?
Which one?
Sunset Overdrive.
Hell yeah. I don't like it.
You know?
I'm about Loco Roco on the PC.
Yeah, that shit, it got boring really quick. I don't know. It got boring really quick, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, I don't know. It's like Tony Hawk's with a gun, I think. I think that's the...
Tony Hawk's with a gun.
That's kind of like what it felt.
That's funny. What about you, Real Gamer 27? What's your game of the year?
My game of the year. I don't sound like no Nintendo fanboy. You know, it's Bayonetta 2, man. I know.
That's cool. Man.
Huh?
No, I respect that. I didn't get to play it yet. I heard good things about
that
it.
game, man. You know, it came with 2 games for the price of 1. You get the costumes and everything, and you know, it was fun, man. Especially if you do the hack and slash game. I know ain't better than
All right, that's cool. I heard that a lot of people said that it was their game of the year. They really loved it. What about you, Wolfblow? What's your game of the year?
For me personally, definitely not the best game, but my personal game of the year was hands down Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World.
That's is it an indie game or?
Nah, it's an RPG from Bandai Namco.
Okay, yeah, I never play or I'm not into. I'm not saying anything if anybody does like RPGs. I just never really got into them. That's why I don't know them.
It's like a RPG, a JRPG, but when you go into an instance, it's like a fighting game, pretty much.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. That's cool. What about you, Levon? What's your game of the year?
Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom?
I'm just kidding. Mario Kart 8, because it showcased the graphical power of the Wii U. If you just look at it, the Wii U can hold its own. If you really think about it, with Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8 had great online that didn't, like, I ever noticed, like, in Smash Brothers, my characters will go into Matrix mode, but in Mario Kart 8, every time I played, that game runs smooth. I never noticed any lag with it. I mean, yes, they don't have voice chat, but in the lobby, but it ran fucking smooth. It was a good experience. That's a good game, man. That was, like, my second closest to Game of the Year. I agree with you, buddy. What about you, Justin Wheeler?
I would have to say on PS4 or on Xbox One. Is my mic on? I'm sorry.
Your game of the year
would be probably Shadow of Mordor. As far as game overall, and it's not even that I like Shadow of Mordor that much. It's just that everything else was ass or rehashed. You know what I mean? As far as like reissue, I like The Last of Us because I never played it before until PS4. So that would probably definitely be my game of the year.
Amen. Amen.
But if I had to pick my real game of the year that I had no problems with, I had the most enjoyment with, hands down, just got on, had fun, didn't have to load nothing, no bullshit, no fucking waiting for an update or anything, it would be the demo of Mario Kart 8 I played at GameStop.
Alright, yeah, no, I agree. It's weird. If I had to choose my game of the year, like my honest game of the year, but I don't count remasters, it would be The Last of Us. Yeah. But that's already something that that's something I played more than anything.
So you already played it on PS3?
Yeah, but I play the shit out of it on PS4. It's great.
Okay.
I think for $50 they gave us a good deal with the DLC. See, I never got to play that DLC. And when I had got The Last of Us, I never wanted to get rid of that game. My buddy was bugging me with my PS3. I had the PS4 sitting there. I sold it to him. I figured I'd buy it remastered anyway. Same thing with Grand Theft Auto. I was going to wait till Heist came out, but I said fuck it, got it at Christmas. But yeah, I can see that. But I can't really count remastered because it's already something that's been out. But it don't matter. What about you, Vexium Swift? What's your game of the year?
I've always been supporting this kind of series for a long time, Souls series. So Dark Souls 2, and I didn't like The Last of Us as much as most people, but I really do like it. I loved it on the PS3, and I want to pick it up again on the PS4. So those are my two.
Okay. Alright, Jay what's your game of the year?
Okay, so I have one game that came out this year. I gotta go with Shadow of Mordor on the PC. I really enjoyed it. It kind of came out of nowhere. My next one on a console would be Tales of Grace F. I think that game came out maybe last year. I'm not too sure, but I played it this year and I was blown away by the story of it. It's like Tales of Symphonia. It's an RPG, or I guess. What would you call it? Like an action RPG or just a regular RPG?
It's It's more of an action RPG because when you
Yeah.
go into combat, you're action based.
Yeah. It's. I mean, like. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That one really gets good after you beat the story, like when you go to the after game.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that's it for me. Like I have one from this year, one from last year. Again, it got released last year, but I played it this year. I thought it was real good. I got I think like 70 hours in Tales of Grace F. So
Yeah.
to me, I only paid $10 for it from the PSN sale. So I got my money's worth definitely on that one. So that's my picks.
Alright, cool. And Corrupt Gamer, what's your game of the year?
I mean, game of the year, I'd probably have to
Who
go
likes
with,
most that you played?
probably have to go with E.T. on the Atari.
No, I'm talking about like no, like
You're dog shit.
No, but all seriousness, my game of the year, I'm gonna base it off the game I played the most this year, and that's gonna be Super Smash Brothers.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good. I'm new to that franchise. I'm really enjoying it. I could expect that. Yeah, all great. Everybody had great. I think I got to everybody right. Yeah, Levon, everybody answered it. Mine's just Evil Within. I like that it gave me the feeling of an old Resident Evil, and I'll always like that game. It's a great game. A lot of people found it hard or didn't like it. It's like that game either got a lot of people that hated it or a lot of people that liked it. It was one or the other, and I was one of the ones that liked it, really enjoyed it.
I forgot all about that game.
Can I change my game of the year to Facebook?
Oh wow.
No.
Just kidding.
But pretty much, I appreciate everybody joining. I went over the time I wanted to because when me and One Stop and Vexian were talking, we're trying to only aim for an hour today. But it is what it is. I appreciate everybody joining. I had a great time talking to you guys. It was an excellent podcast. Thank you, Real Gamer 27, for joining today.
Appreciate you for being man. Anytime, man.
Thank you, Levon, for joining today, as always.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Corrupt Gamer, as always, for joining.
No problem.
Thank you, Wolflow, for joining, as always.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, One Stop, for joining, as always.
No problem, bro.
Thank you, Justin Wheeler, joining, as always.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jay Gott, for joining us again.
Hey, no problem, man. They say G's up, hoes down.
and,
Oh my God.
and thank you, Vexium Swift, as always.
No problem, man. It was hard getting there though from the UK. I'm not joking.
All right, till next.